Good evening. How's everybody doing? It's Tim. I'm with you back on the buzz on Relax Radio all the way till 8 p.m. Now, I've been talking about, everything business, tech, entrepreneurship, and, bringing all the hot gossip, all the trending topics that you need to keep yourself updated on, right? And now today I've got a couple of topics in the lines of, how UK tech and, how optimism is looking at hitting all-time heights. Then we have another one around, the wave of tech and how the IPOs that are being encouraged for the tech industry in the UK and because of the underperforming stock market. Now, the topic I'm going to actually start off with is US and UK travel, right? Now, to talk about how the continuation of this. Now, we know with the pandemic from the last year and, how much basically international traveling, or international travel and airplanes, logistics, all these topics basically have been moving or have been basically at a halt, right, in majority. I mean, there have been positives to it, there have been real hard outcomes to it, and people have learned from it, but then we are humans, right, at the end of the day, and we're all going to want to travel at some point, and we're going to want to get out of the country or go out of the city, because we do get to that point where I need a break myself, right? Because I mean, you just can't keep doing that same circle every day. Even Bill Gates, one of the most busiest people on earth, right? I mean, regardless of the point of time, regardless of what his net worth is, he's come to a point where he always wants to get out of everything, get out of the cycle that he's basically experiencing or practicing on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis, right? And he wants to just what he does is he has his own think week. This is where he basically takes a couple of books, leaves to his he basically has another couple of he has a villa or he has a holiday home somewhere out, but I mean I'm pretty sure he has a couple. But if you watch Inside Bill Gates, this is on Netflix, right? And I learned this about him because he disconnects from the world and he goes into laser sharp focus into his learning or experiencing new things on what he wants to do. Now, I'm going to be getting into all these topics. I'm just going to be explaining all these to you. It's just a matter of understanding how we are looking at giving you the best content in terms of education, in terms of business, in terms of positivity, and even with politics or else that you need to stay updated on. Now we have Relax Radio. Little real quick clip on what we so coming in. is right. That is us. That's Relax Radio. We are here with you, updating you on all channels with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, we're on it, right? So all you need to do is, just get in touch with us if you have any opinions you want to share with us. This is your platform, right? I keep saying this is your platform. This is just a matter of, you getting in touch with us, letting us know what you have to do, what you want us to talk about. And we can also, just reach out with you in terms of understanding what your thoughts are on trending topics, so we can get you involved in the conversation as well. Now, I was talking to you about how UK and US need to continue their travel restrictions, or relax their travel restrictions, but to a certain extent. Now, if you are to understand the spending that the US and UK have, basically there is a particular number in here now to understand that the UK actually brings in almost 22 billion of just because of US travel, right? Now this depends. Now this is just an average as well, because you have come to an understanding of how many pounds an American might spend a day if it's work, if it is work, if it is vacation. It really depends on them, right? Now if you are to understand on week per person, the average spending is around 870 pounds, and if it is up to around 2 weeks, that's 1,635 pounds, and if it goes all the way up to 1 month, the cost there is 3,500 pounds. And coming to understanding, this is all types of travel, right? Now I'm going to be explaining to you, if it comes to all types of travel, if it's mid-range, if it's luxury, all these kinds of rates as to how people are actually spending. Now, the average daily cost is around 117 pounds as well. So understanding, how far people spend on these in the UK economy, and bring how much the money they bring, right? So understanding, leading the way in open travel, understanding the template. These are numbers that I think we can understand, because it comes to the point where you understand. I mean, if you are in the travel industry, I'd like to have you on conversation. You can just reach us out on 07852 473 473, right? And it's just a matter of getting in touch with us. Let us know what your opinion is, because the conversation here now, we're trying to talk to you about how there's almost around 817 pounds a week that is spent on vacation. And I mean, it's interesting because for two people, it costs around 1,600 pounds per week. So just understanding how much of money is coming into the country, and how expensive the United Kingdom is, how much money, if you are an average traveler, how much people estimate or people say you might need. It's just to understand where you are going. If you are coming into UK, if you're coming into London, or even if it is Glasgow, there's different areas that you're going to. It depends on what your travel is. Like I said, if it's for accommodation, if it is for travel, if it is for food, how much of money that you can be spending in different places. So now talking about how the people, in terms of understanding, how the UK US should lead the way in opening air travel. Now this is the conversation that people are trying to ask us, with regards to, if you want to buy the farm, you have the land, and that is true when it comes to travels or business activity environment, right? Investment rather. So what people are still sticking to is, regardless of the fact that we have gone into the digital age, the pandemic has pushed us into the digital age, right? And it's pushed us a lot further, at least I'd say. And to understand that we can go ahead without as much travel, I'd say it is still necessary for people to build that that stability, or that foundation in terms of relationship. It helps with that physical interaction. Right now, that is just my personal opinion here. I know there are so many interactions that are going on without physical interaction, but at the end of the day, it comes down to understanding how much of your how much of your credibility are you sharing with whoever, if it is your client or if it is your partners abroad, right? Now, coming further into the topic, I'll be talking to you about how we are to understand the UK tech optimism and how it's hit record highs in terms of recovery, and then understanding how London is calling a wave of UK tech IPOs to aim to disrupt the underlying stock market. I'll be talking further on these topics. I want you guys to stay tuned on Relax Radio. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Just keep in touch with us. Like us. Talk to us on these platforms. Just comment or like or even share these platforms. We're right down here. I'll be with you all the way till 8 p.m. Stay tuned. Listen to me on the website